So I actually went to Maple Fest 2019, and to say the very least, it was pretty good, sort of. It actually got better towards the end, believe it or not. Now, before I go on, I'll just tell you what happened on at least the first day. So the first day was actually alright, since most of the day consisted of me just waking up at 5 in the morning to catch a train to LA, and I ended up getting there around I think 10, but it took another hour because I have to transfer from the train to the metro subway, and I had to go take the expo line all the way to Santa Monica to go visit my brother. So I just got out of the train station in LA, and it's been kind of a crazy ride. Actually heading up to my brother's house, or go visit him, and I can't wait till tomorrow. Jeez. The second day actually got a little more crazier. So, since I only stayed at LA for probably just like 2 nights, you know, or 2 days, I only got to really explore that one day, and that was the day during Maple Fest. Now, Maple Fest was actually a okay event at first, you know. I got there kind of late just because my other friend, who I'll just show up on the screen a little bit, ended up meeting. Him and I actually ended up going around like 10ish or 10:30 when we arrived at Maple Fest, which is like an hour late. Actually, the activities consisted of just Soho bricks, and that's it. And of course, they had the merch store and everything. But as soon as we got there, it was really packed. I could tell that Nexon didn't choose the best venue for this year's Maple Fest, so it just was really crammed in there, since it was at the LA Exchange. And actually, what happened at first was they ended up going and showing Maplestory 2 updates that were coming up to the game. And I mean, to be honest, I'm not much of a Maplestory 2 player at all. I haven't even downloaded the game or played it, so I can't give a real formal opinion on it. All I could say was, it was just like when you're in a conversation and you don't understand none of the references, and you're just like, oh, whoa. After that, the Maplestory 1 events came, and this is the part where I actually started to enjoy the event a lot more, because, you know, it's Maplestory 1, the game I play a lot, so obviously I'm going to be excited for this. And they're going to start releasing some good changes. And to be honest, this is where the event actually got a lot better. We were having negative opinions and doubts just because the first Maplestory 2 segment just wasn't our thing at all. So that happened, and that is way too much. How was Maplestory Fest 2019 so far?
I don't know. Not really anything that appealed to me because I just played Maplestory 1. I quit Maplestory 2.
Last year's looked a lot better than this year so far. Just because they got to try like the closed beta and everything, and then they got to have like a cool like dance off or whatever or some shit like that.
Oh yeah, they had like activities there, right?
They had a lot.
But we got bricks.
We got Soho bricks. Basically make Lego Maplestory. And
we already have a Lego Maplestory. That's Maplestory 2.
yeah, I mean, Maple Fest is fine. Just wasn't living up to the hype as much. But that was just probably me being salty because literally it was Maplestory 2 content and not Maplestory 1.
But I still think it was worthwhile.
It was, because I got to meet this fool over here.
Wow. That touches my heart.
And like, literally, the LA trip was fine. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Everything else kind of sucked. I mean, it was okay. It's decent.
The worst part of this trip is this sun. It's really hot.
I mean, he says it's burning him. For me, it's like nothing.
Look at me. I don't have anything to protect against
Let
the
me be
sun.
real, just to clarify. I gotta literally leave after Maple Fest.
Oh, that's fine.
I gotta leave at like 6:45 p.m. It's not a good idea, but you know what? I want to get home before the end of the night. So let's see what else Maplestory Fest has. I mean, that's what. So instead, we ended up going around and walking around LA, downtown LA. We went to some cool parts to take some establishing shots of documentary style traffic.
Yeah. We saw like homeless, I guess.
Yeah, there's quite a bit in LA. That's cool.
And I got sick drinking like 3 drinks I purchased.
Yeah, this kid binged on like 3. He binged on an apple juice drink, then he binged on like
Orange
drink.
juice. And I
Orange
got
juice.
the fruit punch thingo, but it wasn't called fruit punch.
It was just called fucking punch.
Yeah.
That was so lame. I'm just kidding. To be honest, I mean, I would go again, but I feel like they hyped it up a lot. There wasn't too much though.
Yeah.
It's more of just sitting at a conference type of thing. The Maplestory 1 events that are coming up, we're going to have the release of Pathfinder, and we're going to have a bunch more upgrade type releases, and we're actually not going to have dailies anymore. We're actually probably going to have weekly quests now, which is the best thing ever. Let's be real. I feel like if they should have like both options still available, because believe it or not, I actually like Spirit Savior. I want to keep playing Spirit Savior. It's fun. It's nice. It's always fun. First thing I do when I go in after reset is just play Spirit Savior, because it's just a really good actual mini game / daily. And to be honest, it's more skill based rather than, you know, range based. So anyone could really pass it as long as you have, you know, at least a 4 mil range or something. You'll be fine. So we ended up doing the raffles and everything, and obviously we didn't win. And this is the part where I actually kind of missed this part. But at the end of the event, during the Maplestory 1, while it was beginning, actually, we actually went to the Soho Bricks and the merchandise store while it was like empty. And let me tell you, a lot of stuff did sell out, and the merchandise that was left, at least, it wasn't too great. The t-shirts were like $28, which, whew, that's a lot of money. And the pins were a lot more crazier, like $13 for one. Just overall, they were kind of more on the pricey side, so I only ended up buying 2 pieces of merch. I actually ended up getting a tote bag from the Soho Bricks thing, because the thing is that if you post a hashtag, like, you know, that type of gig, you'd end up getting a free tote bag. Which, I mean, to be honest, I was like, oh, well, why not? This is pretty cool, I guess. So I ended up doing that, and we ended up looking at the Soho Bricks diorama thing, and I guess it was okay. There's a lot of people made a lot of stuff, I guess. After that, we just ended up going upstairs to the Maple 1 event showcase, whatever you want to call it. Now, after that, I still had like an hour, like almost an hour and a half to spare before I left LA. So I was like, oh well, let's get my homeboy and let's just go around Little Tokyo. Or let's walk around to some random place, because why the hell not? The coolest part about Maple Fest was getting the free merchandise. Now, let me show you some of the merchandise right here. So, here's the bag that they actually gave us. And what it came with was a Soho Bricks Maplestory themed one set thingy. And another thing they gave us, I mean, it was basically just our pass or whatever, but it came with this nice, key holder thing. I guess it was pretty good. And for the next one, the next two things they gave us was 2 phone rings, which, I mean, I guess are pretty nice. I feel like I should use them eventually. And so, the last thing, I think the greatest part, was getting a slime plushie, which, I mean, looked pretty cool. Came in the bag, I guess. And of course, this backpack is not just a normal backpack. It's a Peppa backpack sack, whatever you want to call it. I don't know the name for it. But yeah, we ended up getting this at the end of the event, for buying the ticket and all that. And the other thing that's supposed to come in soon was the Maplestory 1 gift box or whatever. And as a matter of fact, another thing that came with in this bag was a code to get more gifts on Maplestory Mobile. Now, for obvious reasons, I can't show you the gift because it's got the code on there, so that happened. And one other thing I ended up forgetting was I ended up buying one of the pins. It was like 13 bucks. You can see it closely. It's just the Maplestory logo. I thought it was alright. Probably should have got the slime one better, or both. But yeah, that's all I could afford at the time, I guess. I mean, I could afford a lot more, but to be honest, since it was only a card-only transaction, it was kind of lame. So would you return to Maple Fest next year?
No, but I would with friends. Yeah.
Good enough. Good enough.
Yeah, it's just like information and free stuff.
Yeah, so who wouldn't want free stuff that you paid $20 for? It's a good price. It's a good price. Don't get me wrong. You got some good stuff in the bag.
Yeah, but I want Maple Fest to be fun. Well, yeah, it was fun, but
I feel like last year's Maple Fest looked a lot better than this year's.
Yeah, it did.
Because
it was like outside and activities.
Yeah. But probably because of Nexon's budget or something they had for Maple Fest, they couldn't make it really happen this year again.
I also made a really nice orchid in the Soho Bricks area. Yeah, I did. If you can figure out which one it was, I'd be really happy.
Come on, motherfuckers, come on. Come on, motherfuckers, come on. Yeah. Come on, motherfuckers, come on. Come on, motherfuckers, come on. Release the brainstorm to make your motherfucking brain warm. A strange